You doing, people? Brilliant Teach, ready to preach. It is Monday night, a little after 7 o'clock. Pardon the delay on our end. We were just, clean up for the night and making sure we got our bearings in order and just reviewing and dishing the dirt and seeing what we got and don't got. And some products we gotta try. I couldn't head to the store today because of something family related. Note to self: don't do anything furniture related in the rain. It'll kill you. Ugh. Well, the pain.
Maybe not literally,
Anyways,
but
teach that.
metaphorically.
Well, that depends. If you get if you're doing that in the rain and you got bad lungs or you're in bad health, don't get that tea. It's not healthy. But teach daddy, how we doing?
Not bad. Trying to better again. Yeah, we got some interesting stuff this week, but I know in the next couple of weeks we got some really big things and exciting things to try and share. And one of them I showed off on the Twitter the other day.
Yes, especially it sucks, man. I wish I got to talk to everyone as much as I do. I miss talking to them daily. They're all the plugs are real just motivators, man. I care for all of them. You know what I mean? I miss them. I miss being group chat and social media blackballed me, of course. But nonetheless, we got tons of topics to talk about and a couple of updates. And we did get, of course, each. What is the worst thing that happens on Monday night, and what happens usually the day after?
I don't
Typically
know.
Tuesday, some news breaks. And you've noticed that over the years.
I mean, yeah,
It's like
there's times where we've had a podcast and the next day news will break about it.
that's happened a lot more than I anticipated. And I'm actually glad I went through Stacked because, ooh, we do got some good news and bad for some updates and some stuff coming this year. As well as, ooh, glad I went deeper into this. So I was looking for material to go over, and there's a lot of stuff to catch over, but some of them are quicker topics and such. So I'm not sure if you read the Twitter or not, but the wrong increment amount. Guess how many cans of Red Bull sold in the year 2024?
I can't guess because I know.
12.6 billion worldwide. Didn't think the number was that huge,
That
but it's the number
astonished
one
me.
in the world. I remember when they said it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they predict by 2030 that it's going to be a 30 to 40 billion-dollar industry. But just remember, if whatever prediction you have, if you think that if the energy drink industry is worth 20 billion, that means Red Bull's more than half of it. Like I think it's going to be a $50 billion industry, and I think 20% of it's going to be Red Bull and 20% of it is going to be Monster.
I'd say those aren't bad
Easily.
percentages. Those aren't bad like
Even
percentages to speculate.
if the two were to ratio to make it half the industry, it wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, even with the new ownership, well, actually, first, before I get back to that, we do have another Red Bull announcement. Potential Fuji Apple Ginger Red Bull to feature a unique color design. This is my first time seeing this. Now, we did have a Fuji Apple. It was a teal can. It looks like this is going to be a winter edition they're announcing. So I remember the Fuji Apple, and that was one of my favorite Red Bulls they came out with as far as the edition goes. One of my favorites. You remember?
I do remember, and it wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't a bad one. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was solid. It was a very respectable flavor.
Definitely up there for me. I remember it well. The only problem I have is it's Fuji Apple Ginger. So Are they taking the old formula and they add into it? Also, if it's gonna be in sugar-free, very hesitant because the last time they did a spice, you remember what happened. It was
Cinnamon.
2 winter editions ago. It was the
Apple cinnamon.
pear cinnamon?
The pear? Or was apple?
Pear cinnamon, I
Yeah.
believe. Nonetheless, the spice just
It wasn't it.
I think I think if it was a sugar-free, it would have been okay. But the problem is, right, when you have sugar, the same amount of spice, I don't know, man. It tastes like somebody took carbonated pear soda and, like, dropped paprika in it or some shit. Like, it's like they dropped the cinnamon shaker in it in this instance. Like, I'm not it, but I'm hesitant.
Additionally, there's also another new flavor of Red Bull that is out now, and that we will be also trying on the shoe or so soon, which is the white peach and regular and sugar free. Which I'm eager to
Yep, I
see
got
how
what
they
they're
do white peach.
very, particularly since the peach nectarine's taken off the shelf and that's supposed to be replacing it.
But how do they do white
Very good
peach?
look It's a good looking can, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's a nice
I like
pink.
that over that I like it over that brownish orange they gave the peach nectarine.
Also,
I agree.
thanks to our mod Ty, and if you didn't see this on our Twitter, our good mod Ty stopped by yesterday to me and gave me a visit and dropped these off, and I gotta ship these out to Relly. This is Red Bull, all the way from Thailand. Now, here's a fun fact. Okay, and this is important to know. I actually have a good personal friend who has spent a good chunk of his life in Thailand and in other surrounding nearby countries. So he's very familiar with this Red Bull, and he has drank a lot of them. And he has also told me, and if you did not know, because I was even questioning and like, why aren't more Red Bulls like this in the US? So Red Bull, and if you did not know, was created by a gentleman from Europe and one from Thailand.
Austria, I believe.
Thai.
Austria and interesting.
And with these, it's not so much seen as more of like an energy drink, like as a performance, like to the extent of like a ton of caffeine. That way, this it's more seen as like health supplement rather than like an energy supplement because they put more vitamins in here and other nutrients as well.
So, how much caffeine is in that? Is it the same thing but in a glass bottle form?
This is glass, but it's not the same thing. It is a different formula. There is only 50 milligrams of caffeine in here. There is added electrolytes. They also say this is the sports edition or sports Red Bull from Thai, and it's supposed to promote hydration as well as energy. But they also put extra medicinal properties and electrolytes in it.
So this might be a lesser caffeine version of the Gatorade Fast Twitch. I like that.
Could be.
And think about it. You have your vitamins, you have your electrolytes, and you have your caffeine all in one. That sounds like a enjoyable drink meant for success. I mean, I'm down for that kind of thing, man. And also, keep in mind, sometimes it just tastes better from a bottle or a can, depending on the beverage. Like Arizona iced tea, I think tastes better from a can. Just something about it. Whereas the Red Bull will taste better in a bottle than in a can. We'll find out.
I don't know if that. I mean, I don't think this. You are looking to compare that. This isn't like a glass metal thing because this is, from what I'm being told, this is a completely different product entirely. Formula wise, every little bit. Yes.
Well, I'm just thinking the glass might give it a tad bit of freshness that I might be looking forward to.
I think you're looking a little bit too much into that one if this wasn't a completely different product. But yes, the glass might help it, but the it is a metal top. and I can't read shit on here. In all honesty,
Well, if you were able to decode that and translate that, I would be impressed.
yeah, no,
I
there's
would
no way in
be
hell I
very
could.
like I said, there's some people where they try to make you decode everything, and it's just like, do I look like R2D2? No, it's not how it works. Going forward, let's go over to the UK. Since we got the Red Bull topics out of the way, I was going to mention who is going to give those two a run of their money. There's one brand 2 years ago was as far as increase their sales from the whole brand by 400%. Now they are hitting UK this summer. Each Ghost Energy is hitting the UK soon.
Hmm.
Officially. So it's been a big American brand for some time. The big question was, would Ghost bring the energy drink to the UK and Europe? And the question's finally answered via Stacked. So it'll be hitting the shelves and coolers across the UK. There's going to be a separate version as regulations as different part of the globe, but the formula will still be advanced. What exactly the ingredients and dosages is still unknown, as it goes for the selections of flavors too. The brand doesn't offer the same taste in other markets it's expanded Ghost Energy into. We imagine that the case for the expansion as well. But also keep in mind, there are some flavors across the world that do not have the trademarks where therefore they cannot sell the product. For instance, and this is going to go into the transition of the next topic. So Ghost and we have Mondelez International. Mondelez International is a food company. They own several food companies. They own Cinnabon. They own Bubblicious, Sour Strips. Oh, actually, hold on, scratch that. Let me know the ones that they do have. They own Oreo, Nutter Butter, Sour Patch, and Swedish Fish. So, unfortunately, and this is going to upset a lot of people to a point, Swedish Fish, Sour Patch, the energy drinks will not be renewed. They will not renew the deal and the contract they currently have. And if you love the Ghost protein line, the Nutter Butter and the Oreo will not also be remade underneath the Oreo and Nutter Butter Brandon. I say the Brandon is because, once again, I believe this was Australia. I could be wrong. So the Sour Patch, and again, we've touched on this before. Teach. Do you remember how Australia is very strict with their ingredients?
Mhm. I mean, many places are.
So essentially, I was at my GNC over the weekend, and when I was talking to the guy about it, but nonetheless, in Australia, I believe they had generic, just sour blue raspberry can. I think you could easily just reskin these and put the label on and keep it moving.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they might not be doing an
I
official
mean, look
collab
at
with
how
them,
they.
but there's not to say they can't just redo the flavor and take away the names and take away the product.
Well, for example, right? The only thing that crosses my mind is you can do just sour blue raspberry. You can't trademark that. You
Correct.
can't. You could just say sour red berries. I highly doubt they could trademark that because it's so generic. But there is a but. Now, even though I don't like this can, it's the Swedish Fish. Who else has a Swedish Fish related can?
Before.
It's over your head, Teach. I despise it.
Do they still have it?
It tastes it as far as I'm concerned, they haven't fully stopped making cans left. You know it well. It's the one I say that tastes like divorce.
Yeah, I know.
G Fuel, buddy.
Yep.
So guess what? Listen, if G Fuel wants to make money, guess what we're gonna be covering if this decides to happen. If they decide to just say gummy fish, and G Fuel's been having raging gummy fish for all these years, I think Jev and G Fuel are gonna put their foot down and say, "Hey, guess what? Either buy it off us or piss off."
No, I don't think that happens. I don't think they can get him for that for just gummy fish.
Dude, raging gummy fish versus gummy fish when it's the same thing. I mean, again, the
There is
way
a
that I'm
difference though
told,
for trademark wise for raging gummy fish and not just gummy fish because you can't just hit gummy fish. It's too broad.
I think it might be too close. I think with a good attorney, they're porked. We've seen crazy things.
We
Although,
have.
to your credit, there were 3 different energy drink companies that had the word glitch in there, and I'm very surprised that there was no controversy, paperwork, etc., etc. One of them was a collab flavor for a big giant icon in the entertainment industry. One of them is a legitimate company, and one of them is a waste of time. G Fuel Glitch Mix, iBrand, the wall behind you. Case closed. Now, I think the legitimate one is the one behind you. I think the other one they could have picked in our name. As far as Wildcat for the iBrand, ay caramba, teach. What are we doing? What are we doing? And no, but who knows? I'm not sure what will happen there. Staying in the UK, Sneak relaunches its energy drink with Brainberry and what's that? Estrogen? Let's see.
Say that one again.
So Sneak Energy in cans
Mm-hmm.
hits the shelf again, I believe, with a new formula. So if you're in the UK, you can grab 12 500 milliliter cans or 20 quid and 40. What's that? I think that's just under 21 pounds, 20 and a half pounds, something like that. It's $27.10 US dollars for a 12 pack. Not bad. But I'm not sure if that's going to move to US anytime soon because of tariffs and politics that we will not get into. I'm going to give that a no. But that's just me. Into some other stuff going on. So 7-Eleven keeps expanding their energy drink line, brother.
Oh yeah.
So you didn't try, remember the fusions we had?
You had them. I still technically haven't tried them yet because you said they were
Okay.
atrocious.
They were atrocious. So they have 2 more. I remember they mentioned one, but they're tripling down and doing another one. If you go to your 7-Eleven, try the blue raspberry can. I recommend it. Surprisingly. When you make a blueberry Windex, a mediocre lemon lime, a despicable cherry that reminds you of one of the worst cans I've ever tried on this show, a variation of that, and a medicine grape, I do not have enthusiasm, as you know. But the blue raspberry is solid. And now this has my attention because what's 7-Eleven Fusion making? A rocket pop. It says it's limited. It'll probably be for the summer. But if it's Rocket Pop,
I mean, if the other
I
ones aren't
gotta
good, then
try
I
it.
doubt this will be good.
No, there's only one brand of can where I say they didn't screw it up. It was just mediocre, if you catch my drift.
I'd have
And
to
to
still
me,
try them.
that was the first. You remember that, right? The first form, red, white, and blue can.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't honestly fully remember how it tastes. I remember a lot of first form being just okay.
The Bomber Pop one was just okay, which is kind of disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
But 7-Eleven's making it, and believe it or not, I'm actually optimistic. I know. This is coming from me. Some
It
people
is
say that I'm either too
especially.
optimistic or I'm either too optimistic or I'm too negative. There's not much there's not much buffer apparently.
I say, uh, yeah, because especially if you don't like the other four flavors of fusion, I can't see this one changing your mind.
Okay, so here we go. So here is a controversial energy drink, or at least it was labeled as an energy drink at the time. Have you ever heard of? We've only talked about this once or twice. Have you ever heard of Jolt Cola?
What is it? Joe Cola?
Jolt. J
Jolt?
L T. Jolt Cola.
Feel like I've seen some stuff on it.
Okay, so this is Wikipedia. Okay. Carbonated soft drink produced by Jolt Company Inc., later known for as Wet Planet Beverages. Are you shitting me?
Huh?
What? There was a company that was, oh my God. So apparently, this company went from the Jolt Company, and then they changed their name to Wet Planet Beverages. That's a
Interesting.
horrible name.
Yeah, you can say
Yes.
that
So
again.
basically, it says here now again, right? It was targeted towards students and young professionals for stimulants such as energy drinks. Slogan: all the sugar, twice the caffeine. Well, it was the 80s, the decade of bad decisions. Moving on. Beverage originally made by the Jolt Company in Rochester, New York.
New
Turn on
Yuck.
caffeine content on the same drink as the means to promote wakefulness. That's the shit that you use there? Okay. So here's where it goes here. Oh, even better. In 2003, the name was licensed to a Hackensack, New Jersey company named Gun Runners Inc., which manufactures caffeinated gum and mints. Do more, do more, so the Logan says. Spearmint and Icy Mint. In 2006, Jolt Cola is revamped into Jolt Energy, changes its logo into a battery bottle that resembles the shape of a AA battery. It's 23 and a half ounces. It's a resealable aluminum bottle. It's the standard of an aluminum beverage can, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. Maybe they got the same idea from Monster or something. I don't know. But I remember at one point that they were talking about this got canceled or so. I don't know why. There was controversy of Jolt Cola being banned because they didn't want the caffeine in it or so, or maybe it was marketing phenomena. But I was told this by a fan of the show, and they're doing the Jolt Cola flavor a Redcon 1 can, which I'm excited about because, again, not much cola as far as the energy drink world. I'm down for it. Are you?
I think it's a slippery slope. I know many people want it. I think it's kind of hard. I mean, we remember what all happened with Coke caffeinated, right? Coke Energy.
So the problem being the reason why Coke Energy didn't work is for reasons. One, aspartame. Number two, it only came in 3 or 4 flavors, and all of them tasted exactly the same. Problem is with the aspartame and the taste of Diet Coke, doesn't matter if it's regular, sugar free, freaking cherry, strawberry, coffee, or whatever. No matter what, you're like, what are you drinking? Eh, Coke, kick. Again, they could just have something different where it's just like, "Oh, I got a better idea. Coca-Cola Company could just make Diet Coke Plus instead of, I don't know, instead of 40 milligrams of caffeine, you could make it 100. Make it a slim 12-ounce can.
Cooking.
I mean, again, you just make one product, but it's a plus. Hey, what's the difference? Oh, it's an energy drink, but I love you, like your DCs, pal. I could see, I could see Cousine drinking those while, making some sort of, dish with too much butter on it. Shout out Meals by Koosh. Brush your hair.
Italian thing, I know.
Are you surprised?
Oh no, not in the slightest.
Not surprised? Okay. So I guess we moved on from there. Okay. So give me your thoughts on Bang Energy.
I mean, you know my thoughts. Under like
Just
they're an
for the audience
overrated
sake, just
overrated
for the record.
company. Formula wasn't great. Just try to be like a hype party energy brand. They first try to be something of like, oh, try out Bang, high milligram caffeine, our performance, super creatine, which never existed, of course. Uh, Bang was very much an overhyped, overrated company that shouldn't have gotten as far as it did. In all honesty, product wasn't great, and it also wasn't great to buy on your product.
Gotcha. Also, just a side note, I got a notification. We gotta start looking out for the Ghost iced tea lemonade.
That's coming locally now.
It says right here, Ghost Lifestyle tastes like summer. Ghost Energy iced tea lemonade is starting to roll into Target, Circle K, and Casey's. Other retailers nationwide as well.
Hmm.
So they will be in our area anytime. Something to watch out for. But going further into it, what I have to say here is, what do you think about the owner? Good decisions, bad decisions. Is he the reason why he bankrupt the company? The list
Uh,
goes on and on.
I mean,
Jack Owak
I don't want to hit the
or
man
Owa,
and
whatever.
like hit the man in his pride. Like he made a business, he got it to be what it is. It may not have been in the greatest of ways or the most agreeable ways, but got the name Bang out there. I'm not gonna try to kick him while he's down. Company already went under and he had to be bought out by Big Brother. And that always
I don't think
companies
he's
tend to.
down because he's back into it.
I don't really think they're back into it. In all honesty, I think they're just hoping they can keep Bang along for the ride.
Well, I mean, now he's got no ties to Bang because he's got another company.
Oh,
Now, granted, I hate the name. It's AI Energy Drink.
feel like I remember something about this. And yeah,
Ironically
terrible
speaking,
name.
I hate the name. I hate the logo. It's two lowercase a and I together. And the notice is releasing now a rainbow. Is it sherbet or is it sorbet? Whatever you want to call it. And debuted four fruity flavors of grape, blue raspberry, Jesus, and anyone else, peach and watermelon, in which all we found damn enjoyable. I have no idea if Stack got their hands on this first or whatever, but let's see. If I search in AI energy in my search bar, it says energy.gov. Okay, well, if I put in AI energy drink,
Might help a little bit.
AI energy drink.ai, are you kidding me? Okay, let's see. 0 calories, zero gluten, sugar, carbs, artificial colors or flavors, zero environmental destructive, natural caffeine, zero cyanobulene. Okay. Zero alpha GPC, which may negatively impact cardiovascular health and cause. Okay. I had a feeling alpha GPC wasn't a good thing, but a I know Ghost has it, that's for damn sure. And right now they sell a 12 pack of the variety, 3 of each can, for 36 bucks. I can't say this is my thing here. Story. Yeah, the fact that you only hear about this through a news site, but I'll be honest with you, we've seen plenty of products on the web, on TikTok, through socials, and I feel like he's downgraded himself to like this some sort of niche brand. And he has a good amount of experience, decades worth. I understand what he was trying to shoot for, but I think he had the opportunity as times passed, and I feel like he's just making a product for himself to enjoy and promote at this point. I think that big boom that he had, I think it's just gone. That where it's
It's
due, but I
probably
just
just
don't
another way
think
to
lightning is striking twice.
no, it's in a harsh way of saying this, and of course it's the best way of saying it. And I say this joking intense, but we call it money laundering. My good man, his business failed, but he wants to just stay in the energy drink business, so he creates another company with a terrible name, and it looks worse than your previous one. If that's not just saying I want to put money out there some way because I have so much of it in hopes to make an investment on it or an ROI, then by damn, that's what this seems like. This just seems like I'm going to shove a bunch of money into something and
Oh,
hopefully it
the
goes.
pain. The pain. Oh, the pain. And finally, this one I was excited about because I saw a lot in Dollar Trees. It used to be in GNC. And what happens when you create a brand, a good amount of people on your staff leave you for greener grass, and you are stuck with trying to rebuild a brand from the ground up? You partner with somebody who's already in the industry and Chris Bumstead, rebuild the solid team around you, and make a better product along with it. Of course, I am talking about the relaunch of 3D Energy, the brand of Christian Guzman. But again, when you have Chris Bumstead of Bum Supplements and Bum Energy alongside you, I feel like this is an absolute win. Thoughts, Teach?
Wait, Bum is with him now?
Partner of it. So he's one of the, I'm not sure if you call it partner or board members, but he is partnered with 3D. Now again, it's kinda rich because I enjoy the Bum Energy cans. I know some people don't. I like it as a substitute for coffee. As far as, like, an energy drink, I just don't think it has enough wise, I think it falls short, if you know what I mean. Like, a 100
Not enough for you.
what was that?
Not enough for you. 100 milligrams not enough for you.
100 milligrams for a can, nothing else? I mean, come on, man. I mean, look at some of the stuff behind you and tell me what else you would want in it besides just regular caffeine.
Well, no, I was just going. You said the Chris Bum was only 100 milligram wasn't enough for you. I'm just more curious what the situation there how is to he has his own company, but he's also apparently partnered with another energy company. Wouldn't that just be a direct competitor? Or if he's an investor in
I
another
do
direct
think
competitor,
I do think it's a
conflict
I
of
do
interest.
believe it's conflict of interest personally, but I guess it depends on what context you want to put it in. Now, me personally, supplements. And you're probably going to find this screwy, but if you go by the ingredients that 3D is putting in versus the ingredients that Bum is putting in their energy drinks, if you want to label one as a coffee and soda substitute and one as an energy drink, I think there might be a case for that. But I think cut and dry, it kind of rides the line. It's like, I guess you have two energy drinks by you.
Yeah,
You
it
sound
doesn't
like PepsiCo, Bum. Like,
that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. 'Cause it feels like you'd be directly
I didn't
competing with
think so either.
yourself. So either he's backing out of a bum or he's not that invested in 3D as we think.
I mean, I think it might be there's gotta be some sort of partnership to help with a vendor issue. Because if Bum's in GNC and that's the ticket to let him in and he's making money off this, then I could see why. You get your product in the store and then you just have the customer on what product they like better. Now, the only problem so I remember it was just the basic looking can and that was it. They tweaked the designs a little bit instead of just doing one flat color in the logo. And they put 3D instead of just on the front. They have it sideways now. It's bigger font. They have 5 flavors. Strawberry lemonade.
Not bad.
It was a good one. I've had it before in the old formula. Can't knock it.
I mean, I haven't, but not a bad
Just
flavor to
say
start
that is
with.
a positive. Okay. Blueberry mist.
Depending on what the mist is, not another bad flavor.
Ah, I didn't hear you teach. What happened?
Uh, the last flavor you said, strawberry mist or blueberry mist. Said when I'm curious what the mist part is, but in general, not a bad flavor to
Yes.
start a new line with.
I agree. If it's blueberry in it, I'm all for it. I'm optimistic. Very excited for that. The 3D classic energy? I don't know what the hell the classic is, but whatever, I'll give it a whirl. Liberty Pop. Rocket Pop? Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, go for it. And now, the elephant in the room.
The rum,
The terrible, the awful,
the why.
the diabolical, the disgraceful, disgusting, despicable. We've hated it because this was a flavor profile when we first started this show and despised it. The few, the proud. Cucumber melon. Look at that stink face people. Look at that stink face people.
Yeah, no. If we have not learned anything from cucumber melon Gatorade,
Come on.
stick away from cucumber melon.
Hey, listen, I just remember when that was a phase flavor called Phase 51 or Area 51. And hey, listen, I at first there was a light flavor and I said I don't dig it and was like, oh yeah, do it in 10 ounces, then do it a little bit there, tweak it this way, tweak it that way, mix it. Come on, man, it's terrible. What's bad is bad.
Yeah, it was real bad.
I I don't know why I quit honest. Teach. I remember when my mother my mother kind of taught me this when I was a kid. And she said, just because your favorite show, your favorite cartoon, series, video game, or whatever else is on a product, I hope you're not buying it just because it has it on it, and I hope you eat it or whatever it is, right? Mind you, there was a lot of products on there that were pretty damn good. Mountain Dew Game Fuel, Halo Mountain Dew. High score? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs middle, or thumbs down, okay? Let me see it.
Wait, what?
All right, so I'm going to name a couple of products. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs middle, okay?
Okay.
The orange Halo Mountain Dew Game Fuel. Okay. Scooby Doo Fruit Gummies. Really?
Yeah, they were
That's a
okay.
hot take.
They were okay.
All right.
Let's be real.
Okay.
They were nostalgia classic, but if we really compared gummies to gummies, they were okay for flavor.
Okay. So, all right. I remember they had Yu-Gi-Oh fruit roll-ups. That was a
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep labeling some for you because I really want your take on this because like that one to me that was a hot take. Advanced GG Pocket Pop, the Splitgate. Really?
Okay.
Probably because it was too powdery or it had like
There's just
an
better out
aftertaste.
there.
Fair enough. Wow. Okay. Even though this wasn't a signature flavor, Monster and Apex,
Huh?
as far as collabs,
What was it?
Monster and Apex Legends.
Oh. Mid.
It does not like us today. I blame the weather.
No, what's the next one?
All right. So outside Monster and Apex, okay. G Fuel and Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was a good collab.
I'm gonna say mostly thumbs up, but there was one bad move they made.
Oh yeah, they made the meme out of it.
Okay, the meme was not supposed to be meant for consumption, but there was also another flavor that they discontinued.
Knuckles.
Party Punch.
Oh yeah. I mean, they had Party Punch sucked. The hot dog one was meant to be a joke. Uh, Peach Rings was good. Uh, Sour Raspberry was good. Didn't they just release a Shadow one? I like the Shadow one not that long ago, if I saw correctly.
It was the G Fuel Party Punch.
Yeah, but did they just do a Shadow collab?
That was the reskin of the Tiny Tina.
Oh,
One of the best flavors they've made, easily.
I mean, at least they reskinned a good flavor.
Made the comeback. Yes. Oh, as far as G Fuel and Sonic the Hedgehog, thumbs up. Um, G Fuel and Doom.
Fine.
Metal. I think both overrated personally.
Sure. I mean, the sour demonade was good. The spicy demonade was not usually fancied.
Even if you go the sour demonade, overrated. Make all the hype to make it once every year, maybe sometimes every 2 years. It's middle.
They're hyping up some big new Doom collab though, so we'll see what they do now.
Uh, no, they released it, and they released the regular Doom Shaker again. They released the Demonade box again, and the old TV is, the old tub of the spicy Demonade.
Wait, they just re-released the
At
old
least from
product?
what I saw.
You sure?
And I believe so. Let me double check that, but I believe they just if only Brad was here. Oh, so we got 10 curls in the comments. Sorry, buddy. So if you want to know, the best thing to do is to Google search it, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because the way that it's gonna go on is it's gonna sound like it's just completely all
We're not here for that.
politics,
We're
and
just
that
going to
is
go
not
into the next topic because we're
what.
not here for that. Do your own Google research for that kind of a question. We're not that. So,
Thank you. Thank you. So let me just type in.
I mean, they shown off pictures of the old stuff and they just said, "Are you ready for the next chapter?" So I think they're just trying to hype up the next thing that's coming. I don't
Damn,
think
I
they've
thought they
shown.
released it. Released it. I guess it was a teaser. I guess it was just a teaser.
Yeah, I think they're just
Fuck.
hyping it up.
Yeah, it is what it is at that point.
More importantly, though, the one thing I do find slightly interesting, and I'm definitely overlooking into this. This is the first time in a long time
We
I've
got.
looked at their Twitter that their banner didn't have creators in it.
Well, if you look at the creator board, right? If you look at that creator banner, it had, I think, like 8 creators in it.
Even still, this one they currently have is none. And I mean, again, probably way too deeply looking into it, but I wonder if there is something up.
If you're gonna make if you're gonna make a banner now in your G Fuel, here's what I would do. Well, first, there's a lot, like I said, if I operated G Fuel, there's a lot of decisions I would do. Have it feel friendly again. Cut that bullshit. You got to stop it with the AI art. Everyone's hating it. Bring Zedra her flavor back full time. Mango explosion. Gotta love it. And if you're gonna make that banner of your creators, because I remember the old banner. No excusey, no moist, no ninja. So the biggest creators you have right now on the staff. Shock isn't the biggest creator unless you know G Fuel. He's not much of a gamer. It's more lifestyle. And I love Shock. He's a good dude. He's a Caffeinated alumni. As far as creators go, it's definitely PewDiePie, Summit 1G.
I would say that's not even like a dig at Shock, to be fair. That's
It's not a dig at Shock. It's just that if you go by the popularity worldwide, I just don't know if Shock is known worldwide.
no, and again,
As far as
it's
I'm concerned,
not a dig at Shock.
Shock is a legend.
Shock's a great guy. That's not a dig at Shock. It's just the numbers are there, the facts are there.
It's just based off numbers. So I mean, outside G Fuel's creators, outside again Pewds and Summit 1G, who do we have compared to what it used to be, man? Like, because again, Ninja's gone, XQC's gone. He's trying to get with Red Bull apparently.
Interesting. But also doesn't surprise me in a way.
Let's see, Team Oh, they got Rug. They got Jev. You still got Zedra. You still got One Shot Girl. But still, it's not as big as it used to be. You got Noisy Butters. You got Cauliflower. A Drive. Angry Joe is still with them. Is this what I think it is? Oh no, I thought that was something different. Although I'm actually pretty shocked that there's some shakers there that have been in their inventory for years when there was a time where remember the time where some shakers in the G Fuel shop would just go in a week?
Yep.
Or better yet, I
Go in a
remember that
week, dude.
one
There were
Black
some that
Friday
went in
sale.
days.
No, I was about to say that. So there was this it was somewhere in between November and December. Who was the creator that had two cats on it? It was two
So
cats
the one
on
thing
the
you're thinking
shaker.
of that I'm about to bring up sold out in hours because that was Pay Money Wubby, who is also no longer with them.
Yes, Pay Money what
Yes.
he's a Gamer Subs guy now. Yes,
Yes.
Pay yes, he has the
Brand risk.
wasn't it the just brand risk? Yes, the brand risk peach. I remember that thing. We were thinking, oh, we'll get next order. The thing sold out in hours, and then the resale on that thing was 50 to 60 bucks a pop.
Yep.
That was nuts.
And now that shaker's worth
I remember that.
nothing. Nothing. Straight nothing.
Well, it kind of goes like this. Shakers are worth something. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay.
Nothing.
It's very hard lately. And you could thank two reasons. Number one, the hype is gone. And number two, blame the fucking jerk offs that were scamming people blind because they couldn't get a fucking job. Disgraceful. But nonetheless, I'm also been very curious because there's been some brands that have advertised more than ever. Join us, be an ambassador, blah 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 blah. And honestly, it's only coming from it only seems to be coming from, I think, two brands. It's either Rogue or it's Advanced GG. So apparently Rogue, the owner of Rogue is going to be doing a separate company. Kind of like what Glitch is doing, but it's going to be aided to more sleep. Like I know Advanced GG has a couple different products underneath their umbrella. Be doing another brand that's just focused on sleep. Let's see anything good for Advanced GG lately.
Unsure
I
on
also
that
wish they had a
aspect.
team. So they started to get into vitamins again. And you know how we felt when we covered them. If short, in case nobody wanted to, if nobody remembers, right? It kind of goes like this. I don't care if it's Advanced GG, G Fuel, or Glitch. They were making certain vitamins like vitamin A, B, C, and D. And you basically need 2 or 3 gummy vitamins in order to have 100% daily dose of it. And it kind of goes like this. At the end of the day, there's support your creator. You might get something that's brand new to try from your creator box, whatever, if you're that fortunate. Well, at the end of the day, if you're a customer, what's worth the while? A multi gummy like this or something made from Advanced GG because, oh, it's creator friendly and it's a good program? Well, to me, I'm going with the multivitamin because it's cheaper, you get more, and I don't need to have 3 of them for a daily dose. There's one of them here. Guess what? Half a dose of a full day of D, E, a whole quantity of vitamin B6, twice the amount of B12, 100% of biotin. I mean, come on. So I gotta do a vitamin C gummy that's only vitamin C. I have to take 3 of them to get a full day's worth, and there's only 30 of them in it, so it's a 10-day supply. Or I could go to Walmart, Rite Aid, or any pharmacy. Or because we all love Amazon, or at least most people do, I don't, you get them from there.
Main point
But this
being,
one was
make your product competitive, because if it is not competitive, then people are going to go with the better option. And I understand wanting to diversify your product there, but what they were selling it into that degree, yeah.
right. They have now. Let me teach.
Mr. Relly. Well, that's probably a good spot to finish for this Monday then.
Absolutely terrible.
Got a nice little
Dude,
hour in.
I love how on YouTube you're good and I'm frozen, but yet on here I'm moving and you're frozen. If you look at that link, teach, it's microalgae nootropic. And apparently it's from the guarana plant, supposed to deliver energy without crash. It's supposed to be a real deal nootropic thing. Help metabolism, you name it. Now I have no idea if this works or not, but you get a full value if you want to, even if you just take one. There's 60 in the bottle. A 30-day supply. Before shipping and code, that means it's $1 a day. You get the full effect of the ingredients in there, as well of 40 milligrams of caffeine. A slight boost. Not sure if that's going to be your coffee replacement or anything else, but not bad nonetheless.
And
I know.
that's a good note to end on, because after all the other issues and whatnot.
Yes. But did you see that thing that I just sent in the chat, or do you want me to?
And the I can't look at the stuff that you think I can with how
Oh,
it's set up. Sadly, I'd have
let
to
me
look it up on my
let me
phone.
hold on. Let me add Discord it. Sorry, I should have done that in the first place.
Oh, you're fine.
I thought this was bizarre because
Microalgae?
again, my first in the yes. I mean, again, it was just when you have a phony gimmick the first time and you run it back a second time around, I'm kind of going to myself, going, okay, what are these idiots trying to go through this time around? And this is the first time I actually think, you know, you might actually have a good idea here. Maybe.
This just feels like they're trying to make some Joe Rogan esque kind of vitamin. Honestly, take our vitamin, and it's supposed to give you no more brain clarity. You'll constantly be gaming and creating content in a post nut clarity era of your life. Is basically what this is just
So
trying to
I'm
be.
just thinking we got okay. So microalgae algae extract and guarana. I'm not well, that's what I'm saying. Is it gimmicky or is this I don't know. I mean, price point though, at least you get a 30 to 60 day supply. So it would be 50 cents to a dollar a day worth. And that's before shipping, coupon, all that.
But yeah, it's if you want to go waste your money on it, by all means. Otherwise, I wouldn't personally recommend it.
You think it's a gimmick?
Yeah, probably, but we're not a we can cover the things that are in an energy drink, but we don't cover all supplements by themselves. So
It had caffeine in it, so I actually thought it did count.
I mean, and like that degree, I don't know. I just it's a weird product. That personally, I would say
I
don't waste your
thought so
money.
too. I thought it was absolutely bizarre. One of those things of if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
I just want to see the headline now. Future Caffeinated Podcast says don't waste your money on seaweed supplement from Advanced GG. But
The seaweed.
nonetheless,
Oh, not the seaweed.
episode 153 in the books. We'll be back in 2 weeks because I will not be able to be here next Monday. Unfortunately, I have something very big going on. So we will be back in 2 weeks because in that same time when we
Ooh.
come back in 2 weeks, if Riley wants to do next week by himself, we can. But I for sure will be out. But when I return in 2 weeks and when we return in 2 weeks, Riley will for sure have these. He will have one of these. He'll have some glitch samples. He'll also have some new Rise cans. So there will be a lot more for us to try and test out.
Indeed so. So everybody enjoy the caffeinated vacation while we get our bearings together and go from there. So with that being said, everybody, please drink your freaking water, tell your people you love them, and take it easy. Hope to see you all in 2 weeks. Happy spring.
And we out.